Mic check. 1, 2, and 3. We're good. Oh my goodness. Morning to Mimi. Back to a Monday of trading. Gappers. EUDA. SHC. Emet. Wedgie. Emet. Oh, frick. Wedgie. Is that all I see? That is all I see. I don't see the float for EUDA. Weird. And the other one's got pretty big floats. Alright, good morning, Gina on Tradecaster. Calling out NWTN. NWTN. Morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. NWTN looks like a brand new stock. IPO. How do you find these stocks? I don't know, but this thing opened up at 7, went down to 2, and now it's back up to 645. You know, this one's actually interesting because on the daily, the high is 581, but extended hours. So looking at pre-market and aftermarket hours included, the high is actually 723. And if that's what we're going off of, we have not hit a new high. So that is actually pretty good. That is NWTN. Morning Elvanar, morning Raymond Gina. Who else? Actually, you know what I'm going to do today? Post this over here because somebody was asking for it. That is not the right link. $3 million flow for NWTN. Holy crap. That's like nothing. Hold on, guys. I was posting the link. Alright, so NWTN, I'm looking for a high of $7.24. The high is 7.23. I do see this 645 level here we spiked up to. I want to reclaim that level. And then on this one, it's probably going to move very close to whole dollars, half dollars. For one, it moves pretty fast, and two, it's pretty early on, so I'm sure that the half dollars and whole dollars are going to be respected a little bit more than usual. So thank you, Raymond, for looking up that float. Everybody on TikTok, welcome in. Are you trading stocks? Yes, I am, but the market is not open yet. Thank you, JD. What's up, JD? And Matt made a move. I saw it on my gappers. I haven't checked that. I'm about to check it here pretty soon. And then everybody on YouTube, welcome back. Sensor Chev, what's up? Welcome back. Joe, hello everybody on this nice 121th Give me the 21st of November. Morning, Amy Young. Tamimi also put the float for Ayuda. Okay, Ayuda has a low float. That's good. Corey. Morning, Room C. NWT just got called out on Ross's stream. Good morning, Juan. Chicago, what's up? Tech and money. Let's get it, bro. ARDX over 219. Good, get moving. All right, so that's TWNT. Let me look at the gappers that I saw. EUDA is the first one I saw on my list, which is just the one that another IPO. Holy crap! This is all the information for this one, and Tamimi mentioned the float on this one. Honestly, I'm looking at the chart and I don't like it at all. It's 14 bucks and now sitting at 5. Like lost 66% of its move. Lost. Yeah, 66% of its move. So I'm not interested on this one that much. SHC, this is another gap on my list. Looks really beaten down on the daily, and it's trying to pull back up. Let me see where 824 is. Yeah, so SHC trying to get a move back up on the daily, pretty beaten down. Looks like a lot of flat top resistances here around 730, 40, 740, which if I put a line there and then I look at the lines on the 1 minute today, that's actually lining up perfectly to where it's bouncing. So SHC holding that 740. If we keep holding that, it could get interesting. We need to get back up to an $8 range and then break the new high of day. We do have another spike up here at 804, so I would like to go over 804 and hold at 804. You trade futures, you're up 2K up today. Good job, man. Congrats. MMAT is the other one that made another move. Popped up this morning. Let me adjust my lines here. So it got a 2-3 high on this morning, which is going to be the highest high on this stock recently. Previous pivot was $2, so if we get over $2 again, then maybe this one gets interesting. But I don't think I think it's sold off too much already. But we'll keep an eye on it. If it reclaims $2, holds $2, that would be the first level to know that this stock is in play today. Why $2? That was the previous spikes on the daily. So if we got to get over that and start holding that, then we might. But otherwise, it's just going to be a big old rejection candle on the daily, selling off. Thank you for stopping by, though, Ling Nong. Wedgie, you know, all of these don't look very good. Wedgie, what the heck am I listening to? I had no idea what I was listening to, but that was not nice. What's up, Blair? Good morning, everybody else coming in here on TikTok, Tradecaster, or YouTube. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like button for me. I do this completely free, so all I ask is you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then maybe you can subscribe and see my daily recaps. I don't think I did one Friday. I left really early, and I don't even know if I did one Thursday. I just last week was a little rough, so I'm looking back, starting this week, fresh as I can be. I'm gonna be patient. Probably no trades in the first 5 minutes of open. And let's see how it goes. Let me see. BWB has news. I'll take a look at BWB. WetG, like I said, 148 high this morning. We have a couple of spikes up here on this one, closer to, 170, but I don't think this one, I don't like this one either. So NWTN, that's the one that I'm liking, but it looks like it's selling off now. And let me look at BWB, and then I'm gonna go look at Tesla and SPY after this, because I think if I don't see anything over here, I'm gonna go look at Tesla, but still not trade the first 5 minutes. Try to find the bigger move, try to find the bigger trade on Tesla, and let's see what happens. But ELP looks good. Q8 Trader ELP. Oh, this one looks good. Was this one on my list? Oh, now it's on my list. It's the third one now. 366 volume, float 1.2 billion. Oh gosh. That is a huge float. Wow, this stock really ripped up though. This stock went from $6 all the way to new highs. Previous high on the stock was 8.24. It's easy to borrow as well. So I wonder if this turns into another one of those easy to borrow grinders. Easy Money was kind of figured out that all those grinders that are easy to borrow kind of just grind up all day, and he was able to ride one up pretty good. I don't know if it was Friday or Thursday, but he was able to ride one of those, and this kind of has given me that type of vibe. Back to max highs, easy to borrow. Pretty huge move. So whoever was caught into this move here got pretty screwed if you're short on this stock. ICU. Let me look at ICU. Oh my gosh. From $3 to $10 as well. Big ol' freaking squeeze there. All-time highs. I see 12.2 on the daily. $12.20 on the daily. This one kind of looks like EUDA, where you have such a big move, and technically you could find trades up here, but you're so oversold from the highs. Like we're at $6 right now, 6.60, and the highs is $10. That's a $4 move. That's almost a 100% move for this thing to get back up the highs. It's got to go 100%. From almost $5 to $10, it's got to go up 100%. That's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying you can't find trades. But if you're looking for this thing, be like, oh, I'm going to take a trade here at 650 and I'm going to ride it all the way up to 10. You can, but the odds of that probably not that strong, especially in this market. Doesn't mean it won't do it though. So I'm definitely like, this is the exact same thing with EUDA. I was like, I don't like it, but I throw it on my side chart. Keep an eye on it because if it does, I'm ready to trade it. I got 5 minutes though. I do want to go over SPY for everybody that likes to trade SPY. So SPY, we have that 395 level has been support resistance pretty accurately recently. As a matter of fact, I also got a downtrend line up here. SPY has been a pretty strong resistance at 395 and support, so this is kind of what I'm looking at today. It's kind of spiking back up to 395, trying to get up. I think 395 serves as resistance today. Even if we spike up, you kind of see this trend line here that I just drew on the 1 hour time frame, kind of up to 396 almost. Tesla SPY could pull down. And then the low of SPY that I'm trying to take out if you're going short would be kind of this range here of 393.60s, 393.50s. So if we start rejecting up here at 396 or down 5, I could see the move back down to 393.50s. If you end up taking out some of these lows on SPY of 393.50s, I could see a move all the way back down to 390s very easily. There's nothing between 393 and 390. Maybe a little bit at 392, but I think it goes straight from 393.50s down to 390s almost. And after that, I could expect the bounce, maybe flush through it, retest it, keep going lower. But this is at 390 level down here. So, you can see it. Yeah, there's just a random spike here, but you can see there's a lot more here at 393. I think if you get under that 393, you might go straight down to 390. That's SPY, so 395, let's see if it rejects. If not, then you can take a 395 long to the top side. And if that happens, I could see 400s. And then Tesla. Also, Tesla sitting right above 52-week lows, which is that 172.01. If you look at extended hours, I think if we break this level here where it's at right now, 175 on Tesla, I think breaking 175 on Tesla could take it down to those 52-week lows, which is 172.01. Also has a pretty nice downtrend on Tesla. Actually, I got a bunch of lines from last week too. I need to go back and delete these real quick. So I think Tesla could drop to 172s and hit a new low. You also have a pretty clean downtrend on this one with 2 touches. So these 2 wicks up here, lined up perfectly with this one here. You also have a little bit of a move up on Tesla to hit a trend line, kind of like SPY. If you end up hitting that trend line up here somewhere, you could end up riding it back down to the lows, similar to SPY. So those are the two charts I got for SPY, my two analysis for SPY and Tesla. I'm going to be looking at these and see if I can find some trades on them, because I really don't know that I like a lot of the penny stocks this morning. Tesla also has a pretty clean resistance off of Friday's lows, which is at 176.60. So if we reclaim that 176.60, you could get that move back up to that trend line. If not, you could be making that move lower for that 172. SPY is already rejecting that 95 level, 395 level. SPY also kind of forming a little pennant up here too. So market is going to open here in a minute. No penny stock November for me. Chicago Sid. Good morning, everybody else. Welcome into the stream. Welcome in. Oh, I don't even have a light. You guys didn't tell me. My face is all black. Just kidding. Probably barely does anything. It's not a big light, but still something. Ape Trades. I don't know. I was gonna message him and I forgot. GRND could go crazy. Let me look at GRND. I think that one was a Friday or Thursday mover. Oh, that one. Yeah, it could, but this is scary. But you know, if you know how to play these stocks, I've seen a lot of people that I've actually known how to play these stocks, and they make some money on them. But market's about to open here in 5 seconds, so market is open now. Penny stocks, maybe ELP is kind of one that I got an eye on because it's easy to borrow, and you know it's the only one really holding its move, kind of having a healthy pullback right now. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. But other than that, actually SHC just popped up. SHC just popped up right away. SHC, I kind of see a little bit of a downtrend retest here if we get it, but I don't really want to take a trade here in the first 5 minutes. Actually, this one's also easy to borrow. SHC is easy to borrow. This is interesting. You know, being easy to borrow, I think this one might actually even pop a nice squeeze here through high of days. There's a new high of day on this one. No chasing here. Could have gotten a trade there, but you know, look at that weak break so far. It is easy to borrow, so I might look at it. Might be looking at it for a short, but I'm gonna be patient anyways. SPY getting over 395. I still see that pretty clear trend line up there. If we get up to that trend line, I might be looking at it. I just hope it doesn't hit it right away. Kind of like later in the day, maybe it's more respected. I took a trade off a Tesla trend line the first minute or two on Friday and got burned on it. So maybe after the first 5 minutes, it's a little bit more respected, you know. NMTC, Tamimi's calling it out. NMTC. NMTC, pretty nice move here. Looking for 150 on this one. Actually, this one might be setting a pretty nice 1 minute, 2 minute flag here. Although it's right at the 200 moving average. It's sitting right at the 141 is exactly the 200 moving average. So this thing just spiked up to the 200 moving average, and it might be looking to turn around. I got to see how volume is on this pullback here. But I actually don't mind this one as much. SHC is kind of getting a nice little move. Remembering that one is easy to borrow, so I'm gonna let it do its thing, and then might be looking for a short on that one. NMTC pulling back here to VWAP with very little volume. BWB2 as well. Blair calling that one out. Is SHC halted? SHC is halted, isn't it? Somebody just made $470 on paper. Good job. Elvinar calling it out. Tesla's falling to the depths. Tesla rejected that 176 yesterday's lows, Friday's lows, and pulling on down. I mean, at this point, I could see Tesla hit that new 52-week low. Well, actually, it's still $2 above it, but yeah. NMTC. This. Why can't I even see the volume bar for the new candle forming down here? Oh, there it is. You know, this is not a bad setup here. NWTN actually trying to pop a little bit of a squeeze there as well, while Tesla's absolutely flushing. Let's see if 175.02 retest on Tesla from pre-market lows could be a very nice short. $175.14 retest on Tesla could be a nice short. And I'm looking for that 172.01 low. No trades yet. SPY just went green to red. Tesla did too. I'm looking at 175.75.14 for a clean retest of lows on Tesla to see if we can get a continuation to the downside. The penny stocks, NWTN trying to approach 650. SHC is halted. SHC might be resuming here pretty soon, actually. It halted at 832.53. Still has some time. Tesla, I might actually be looking at some shorts up here at low of pre-market, so that 175.14 level. I'm going to be looking at Tesla short up here close to that 175. So as we get up to that level, I'm going to be adding on Tesla and see if we get a nice follow through to the downside. Continuation to the downside on Tesla. NWTN just ripped. Tesla here, it likes to fake out, so I think this thing can push up another one. Well, actually, it's about to just end up falling right down to a new low. NWTN just absolutely ripped. So looking short on Tesla on this pop back up to 175 here. I want to see that retest of pre-market low. So starting a short here, scaling back in. One pop to 175, and I want to add more on Tesla. I think we can retest that 175.14 pre-market low and see if we can end up pushing back down lower to 170.73 new low or 172. So there's a little rejection there. I'm looking for Tesla to pull on down pretty good. It looks like it wants to form a nice little bit of a flag here and keep on pushing lower, but I already got a stop in place, so I can't lose on this trade. I'm looking for Tesla to absolutely crash now. Kind of this nice little bit of a flag here, bear flag, and then move on lower. SHC resumed just now, popped up to new high. I really want to see if I can take a trip. There's Tesla pulling back on down again. SHC, I really want to look at it because that's easy to borrow. EU to halted SATX. One Chicago City 134 and a quick Tesla short. Good job. I made 40 bucks on my short there, but SHC. Why is it that the one time I don't trade the penny stocks, they both end up halting straight up? NWTN also did the same thing. This one I might be a little more interested on NWTN because it does have that 723 all-time high. So if we resume here a little lower, this halted at 33.58. Oh, it's about to unhalt right now. 35. Oh no, one more minute. Morning, Frank Franco. Good morning, everybody. This first 10 minutes, so I haven't been able to see a bunch of. Look at SHC. The one time we don't go long on any of these things, they absolutely rip. NW2N has that 723 all-time high on the daily, so I'm looking at that one and see if we resume here above 645. You know, SHC just halted back up, and so I'm seeing if this one wants to have some type of continuation, just like that one, and goes up to that 724 all-time high on the extended hours, because the daily was a 5.8, which we already broke that. Is about to resume here in 5 seconds, 3 seconds. So keeping an eye on NWTN, seeing if we get this to keep squeezing to that 723. 35.58. That should be 5 minutes, right? Oh no, 58 seconds more. Sorry. SHC is not easy to borrow anymore. Oh, you're right. It's gone. Wait, which one was I just looking at? NWTN. NWTN, I did my math wrong. It should unhalt here in 18 seconds, I think. Man, so that is the right idea, though. I guess people were looking at SHC and they want to short that thing, right? So they located the shares. It's probably why it ran out, and it's probably why it's not easy to borrow anymore. Looking at NWTN here, but Tesla, I still like that 175 410 retest to the short side, I think. But looking at NWTN here live in 7 seconds, I want to see if this one wants to make the move back up to $7, 724 new high live. What is happening? I guess it's just a 10-minute hold. Maybe I did do the math right. 35 to 40. Yeah, it should have been 40.58. Well, I guess this one's a 10-minute halt. Dylan Hess, it is easy to borrow. Which one's easy to borrow for you? SHC? Which broker do you have? So, I guess this one's going to be a 10-minute halt, which could be a good thing if you're long in this. Is anybody caught in any of these Weeble? Oh, that's interesting. EU did 10-minute halt as well. But that one's so low, though. I guess the float is pretty low still. Tesla though, Tesla popped up slightly over that 175.14, but you see how it's still rejecting 75.14. So here is where you would expect in maybe Tesla, but if it reclaims this 75.14, then I would hold off a little bit. Yeah, this one's going to be a 10-minute halt. SHC down to 9. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. I can probably tell you that a lot more shorts are in it now just because it went from easy to borrow to not easy to borrow. Rome is in a few SPY calls. SPY and Tesla kind of going sideways right now. SPY has an uptrend and downtrend on mine, so here's my little bit of a pennant on SPY. If you look at the 5 minutes, go to the 5 minutes, and you have those 2 points that I showed earlier, and then these 4 points on the upside for SPY. So if you do that, you can see a nice little bit of a pennant. You can catch some longs or shorts off of those trend lines, and if it breaks it, then pick the direction. Tech and Money got a dip out of SHC on the first halt. Good job, man. It is a crazy morning, and somehow I'm only up $50, and that's not even on the penny stocks. It's on Tesla. This halted at 45.58, right? So if it's a 10-minute halt, it should be live at 45.58. The other one creeping up a little bit is ELP. That's the other easy to borrow, or at least it was this morning. MMAT, if I was looking for shorts, MMAT just absolutely faded back down. EUDA, that's the one I mentioned. You're at $5. I get it. You're halting up, but you got a high of 10. Like, this is going to be short territory all day long. Already pulled back down. SHC actually looks a little bit the best. I could be with Blair, pull back down to 9. A low volume pullback here. But I do want to see NWTN just because it's halting for 10 minutes, just because shorts are going to be trapped in on this one. I could see this one move up to 724.23 on a second halt up or something like that. So I might actually chase this one just to see what happens. Morning Oso Polaris shorting SHC. You're the one that got us to not have easy to borrow shares anymore because you took them all. Did anybody get caught on any of those halts going up, whether it was NWTN, SHC, or EUDA? Blair said SHC is back to easy to borrow. Okay, I'm going to take a look at it here pretty soon, but this one is about to resume. Oh, it is back to easy to borrow. That's weird. You just got to keep an eye on it. NWTN should be in halt in here, I think, in about a minute. SHC pulling on down. I'm looking at NWTN for a halt resumption. Hopefully it's under 7 and a lot closer to 645 to hold that pivot of 645. If it is, I might chase it on a quick little dip to rip up to 7 and 723. But if this thing spawns up already past 7, I probably, even though it could just go into a second halt, I probably will not chase it that high. SHC actually is not looking bad for a dip, so I'm gonna wait to see this to see what NWTN wants to do, and I hopefully SHC still hang around there. So 5 seconds here for NWTN. Getting ready. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it spawned right at 7, and I knew it could take that 723 out. That's unfortunate. So back to SHC. SHC does not look bad in this area for a nice little bit of a dip. So I'm just going to let it see if it pulls back a tiny bit more, maybe to that whole $9. If SHC pulls back down to $9, I might be looking long on SHC. Crazy SATX up $7 and halted down. And WTN is still trying to hold that 724 now for a new high of 750s. Break that $0.50 up there. Austin Lewis said chase it, Juan. I was close to it. Even now, I'm close to chasing it here for a quick 750 break. But that is pretty high, pretty extended. SHC is the one that's a little bit more interesting. I hope this one stays easy to borrow because I'm still trying to practice some shorts. And I want to see if I can nail some of these. QA. I always want to say B. Or it is a B. No, QA Trader made some money there on the NWTN halt resumption. Good job. I'm looking at SHC, whether it's a short or long. I want to be able to play this stock whichever direction it goes. I'm still sitting $50 up this week, this day, today, so I've not really taken a good trade. SHC, what are you going to do here? What are you going to do here? Easy to borrow. I'm opening a short trading account, so I want to practice some of these shorts, and I think this is a perfect opportunity with an easy to borrow and a stock that is pretty overextended. So, how much float does this one have? 90, no. Yeah, 98 million. That's a pretty good big float. I think when you're wanting to go short, I think the bigger floats are better because you know it's not going to absolutely turn around and flip on you and squeeze like crazy. I'm still kind of long bias here on SHC. Breaking out of this trend line here, I could see a small little pullback retest here and maybe go for new highs. So I still have a little bit of a bullish bias on this one, but until I get a stuff. Oh wow. Well, there's a stuff. I just lost. I bought that tiny pullback and it pulled on down right to. There's no way this one already flushes or fades the rest of the day. Also, Polar is short on this one though, so still easy to borrow. I want to see how it reacts to this $9 though. $9 hold number. I want to see if it wants to hold it and go for another attempt, or if this one's already going to use it as, or if he uses it as support and goes up for another attempt, or this one already wants to reject that $9. I think SHC is trying to find some good support here. At close to $9, I think it wants to find support here. If I was long, I'd be looking for a tiny dip here at 9 VWAP. Both of them match up right there, and see if I can get that thing to open up. But I think this one already got pretty rejected here, so I think the next spike or next attempt on this one to go up, it might hit a new high, but to me it looks like it's trying to be attacked by shorts. So I might be now, I could see a bounce to the top side, but I don't think this is going to pop another dollar squeeze. I think, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong all last week, so I've been absolutely trading red days left and right. I didn't trade Monday last week, but I think Tuesday through Friday I had red days. Now, 2 of those days I did have. I think Friday I called it when I was down $1,000 on the day. Like I got off stream, I walked away, and I came back. I was able to decrease it all the way down to like $200, and I think on Wednesday I was also down like 1,000 or something huge, and then again I was able to decrease it all the way down to $300. So I got pretty good at decreasing my red days, and I had nothing but small red days all last week. But they were still red days. They were still red days. Where did SHC gap up from? It started at like 7 this morning, 7.50. Last night it was at $6. Right now it seems to be flagging up here. Tesla, kind of still retracing back up. SPY, same thing. SPY up to 396. That trend line touch and a couple of resistance up there, I could see a short at 396 20s 30s for SPY. NWTN used VWAP as a small little bounce. Still looking for the 750 break on NWTN. EUDA, the other one that was a gapper, popped up to halt and then halted down, and now it looks like it's halted down again. So nothing on that one now. Where the SHC gap? Okay, I already read that. What's my strategy? Right now, anything I can do to make money because I've been a little bit struggling recently. I still really like SHC for short. Look at all these attempts to go higher, and we cannot open up on this one. Really low volume green candles, staying pretty close to the highs. So this to me is looking more like a short than a long. Really weak volume on all those green candles after a pretty nice flush with that red candle. So any attempt on this one up, I think I want to start scaling into short. So watching SHC here, watching SHC. Also, Polar, I do have a question for you, Short Master. When you enter a short, do you do it like me when I go long? You just buy in and that's it, or do you actually scale up short? Is it easier to scale up when you're shorting? Because right now, I mean, I'm saying SHC. I think I'm more of a bearish. If we break this 9, I think definitely is done. But like I could have maybe started a very small short there and seen if it wants to pop up. Oh, I guess you shorted SHC. Did you jump in full on, or did you are you scaling into it? Everybody on YouTube, I see 142 people and only 26 likes. I'd appreciate it if you guys just hit that like button for me. Um, Still, actually, now I'm right on the day because of this SHC trade, but I'm still watching. I'm still watching this one. Like so much value in these videos. Thank you. Thank you, Tech and Money. I would look for a dip buy on SHC at the first halt level. Way down here. 860s. Tesla getting under that 175.14 again. NWTN spiked up to a new high. Tesla again, that 175.14 level looks to me like a short. And Tesla's absolutely fading down right now. We could get a new low of day on Tesla. I'm looking over here at Tesla. Any spike up here, I think we can might be able to chase it for a new low of day. Especially if it wants to reclaim this one, wants to retest this 175.14 level up here. So I'm watching Tesla. I think getting a little heavy, so I'm gonna get a starter here. Wanting to catch a little bounce here, but that's okay. Up to 175.14 on Tesla. I'm gonna re-add short for the fade down to a new low of day. I see SHC not really doing much still. Actually wants to go for that high. I do see a little bit of kind of stumbling here on Tesla, so that's what we were under. We reclaimed it. Now we jumped back in underneath it. So another spike here on Tesla. I might scale in more shorts on these pops here. Tesla pulled down really aggressively and trying to get under this 174.60, so that's where I'm shorting at. It could reverse on me. It is Tesla. It could reverse on me and absolutely spike. But as long as I'm under that 175.14, I'm looking for a short in this area to get that fade back down to a new low of day. So that is my plan. That is my trade idea on this one. NWTN halted again. I see it. Tesla looks like it's holding on to a thread here. There it is. Keep on pushing down. Keep on pushing down. Tesla pulling on down. Tesla pulling on down. Haven't sold any. I want to see if this one just goes off the rails another time and goes straight to a new low of day. Really feeling really. It was feeling really heavy there for a second. I have stop under. I have stop above this candle forming right now. If this one closes slow or wants to keep on falling down, I think this could just turn into a knife fall all the way down to 173.23. NWTN, kind of crazy actually. I'm gonna cover half of my Tesla trade here, and I'm just gonna put the other half at stop break even there. SHC, you know, I mentioned that night. Dang it, this could have been the nice short. I just had no idea where to short it though. It is getting towards that halt level. I think Rome called it out. So you might be getting a little bit of a bounce down there. Also Pilates in short on this one. Rome looking for a bounce of first halt level somewhere down here. I think it's 860s. I'm still currently holding 100 shares short of Tesla, wanting to see the crackdown on this one to a new low of day. It keeps on pulling down. There it is, a little bit more, but gets picked up right away. So I'm going to move my stop down a little bit. It might reverse down here and I'll just get stopped out. That's okay with me. NWTN halted again. I haven't traded this one at all today. Maybe this is a clear entry here. Maybe NWTN pull back here, super low volume here. Maybe this was a good entry long, but I missed that one. It's so easy to find trades after the chart's already printed. I'm a beginner trader who, bro, what's your advice? Tesla, yes, what is he's trading right now? My advice is just open a broker account and start watching the market every single day with us, and you will gain a lot of experience by just watching the market. Also, everybody, I'm going to, you guys stay, NWTN resumed. I'm going to be offering a discount for my course for Black Friday. So I'm offering the 150 off this whole week again. But on Black Friday, I'm also, you guys stay tuned, I might be adding in a little bit of extra discount. Osapalat, you fully covered SHC. That's an early cover, right? Don't you usually try to hold it a little bit longer? So if everybody wants to learn how to day trade, I do offer a course. You guys hop in on my Discord. I'm going to be sending you guys the discount code for all week. And then you guys stay tuned because on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, one of those days, I'm going to be offering a Black Friday sale. And that is the only place where I'm going to be posting it. So you guys jump on the Discord. But if you guys want it this week still anyways, you can do the 150 no space off. So 150 off and you get a $150 discount. So course price brings it down to 300 bucks. 825. Tesla, I'm still in on my short, so I'm still riding this Tesla wave down to the new low of day. I'm actually going to take off half of that here. at that low, and I have another 50 shares short still. I didn't jump big size on this one, but I think I read it pretty good on Tesla, so I'm kind of happy with that. I could still, my stop is once again back up over this previous candle now. It's either I get the flush through a new low of day or it pops up and I get stopped out. Which that's a lot of red candles in a row, so we'll see what happens. If I get stopped out, that's still a $150 winner here, pretty close to it. Shell for shorts, I am seeing 825. Tesla wants to crack down. Tesla wants to crack down to 173.23. SPY above 395, trying to hold 395. We know how important that 395 for SPY is. See, also, I think I wanted to short it here when I was asking you if you scale in or scale out. And then here I would have probably tried it again, maybe. And then as a short, you know, my stop is always high of day. So I would have been scaling in, and then had a stop here of whatever that is, back up to high of day. But then again, it could have faked me out too, you know. Breaks out, fake flush, falls down, and it would have stopped me out. So I don't know. I gotta mess with this. Tesla still cracking on down. Tesla still trying to absolutely hit a new low of day, but keeps bouncing down there. I'm gonna get stopped out. I'm stopped out on Tesla. Let it pull back, let it do its thing. I might want to find a low of day today at 173, so that might be its low. You got a terrible fill at 715, but got out 775 before the halt. Hey, that's good, man. That's good. I bought at 85 and sold at 90. Tesla 30 plus with Tesla. Good job. I am up 140 on Tesla today. Tesla's really been treating me good. I've traded it maybe 10 times in a row. Not in a row, 10 times in total. Like where I'm like actually looking at it in the first 30 minutes and trade it. And I think once or twice I've been red, but the other times have been good trades. Or green trades, at least at the end of the day. MAT went up. I will have it on my side chart still. Has to reclaim VWAP. That $2 mark. Remember that $2 mark? Looking at, I think that's the one that if you look at the daily, you see that previous resistance on the previous high day was $2. So that's the level that I would want to be holding. SHC, man, this was the short of the day. Dang, missed opportunity here to practice perfect shorting. Censored Chef 746 on NWTN. NWTN again looks like it wants to just consolidate, hold some lows, and make another run. Only problem, well, actually, not even the only problem. It's been like this all day. Ish volume, you know, ish. Right now, it's consolidating with 33,000 shares. Tyler, decent sell on NWTN. You're up almost $300. Good job, man. I see why you're calling that 746 on NWTN. Um, I don't mind that, or a little bit lower to 723, which was the previous all-time high on that one right here, 723. Closer down to a VWAP, closer down to this pivot right here, exactly on it. SPY might crack here. SPY heading down to that trend line on the 5 minutes. Look at your 5 minutes a lot as well. Look at your bigger trend lines. Look at your bigger time frames. If SPY keeps on cracking down, I could see Tesla really do hit that low of day of 173. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. As far as the other ones, SHC to me looked short, but I didn't jump in on it. I don't think it looks like a long at all right now unless we reclaim $9. NWTN, if I was to buy that one, maybe 724 areas where I'm looking at. Blair is up today. Good job, Blair. SPY wants to crack that little bit of a low of day today at 394. This is looking like a double bottom on Tesla. That's somebody calling it out. That's what I said. Maybe 173.20 is the low of day today, and Tesla wants to go green and therefore use this as a low. But if SPY wants to crack and absolutely fade down today, I could see just Tesla follow it. Tesla is holding right over the lowest lows it's hit, so if market all goes red, Tesla could just pull back down, which is just another dollar lower. Just another dollar lower. But I'm kind of seeing Tesla trying to get range strapped between 173 up to 176 again. So I actually do have a little bit of a bullish bias on it now. It didn't want to crack that 173 at all, so I think this might pop a little bit back up to VWAP. SPY also had a little bit of a bounce there, so I jumped in on some Tesla long here, up 15, 30 bucks on it. Rome C in on SHC at 860. You got a 10-cent stop down to 850. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna get out of this Tesla trade here. Quick 40, 50 bucks. You gotta think like a short to be able to trade long, right, Rome? So if you are here, that means shorts are gonna be covering here pretty soon. So I'm back to a green day, but it's barely anything. Literally barely green. I'm just scrapping by this November. Literally scrapping by this whole month. But, you know, I did say once, I had all green months all year long. I haven't had a single red month. And I don't think I had a tiny green month where I was like, oh my gosh, that month I barely made a green. Which looks like November might be it. And, you know, for being all year long, every single month green and not barely green, like actually holding some decent green, I'm okay with being November so slow. Especially because November I was trying some large caps. I've been looking at some of these easy to borrows to try to say, hey, maybe I want to short, maybe I want to open the account. Let me try to short some of these ones. So some of these other stocks like this, it's like, you know, I'm trying new things and stuff, and but it's not that. I mean, the market was slow, and some days, even today, you know, you got runners out of the gates making good moves, and I didn't get in on any of them. SHC and WTN, you know, all of those. One ran up $2.5 each. Yeah, from 750 to 950, 960. That's $2, and then NWT from 5.8 to 8.30. It's $3. So didn't catch any of those moves at all. This one here looked good actually, and I didn't even see NWTN at all here. It's actually still wanting to hold at 724. I think somebody was asking me. Same here, Hon. One smaller share size. Past 2 weeks haven't been good for me trading. Yeah, I've been absolutely trading bad. I see MAT trying to pop a little bit again. off of those off that $2. Tesla again. I got a pretty nice range box here. You're gonna have to be patient for it, but look at my chart here. The last time I did that, it absolutely worked perfectly. So 173.23 is low, and 176.62 high. Look at my range box right here, everybody watching. I am going to. You could take some trades in the middle of all of these here, but if you wait for the break of one of these two top sides, I think you can get a pretty nice retest on any of those and follow it through. So if it breaks the downside under 173, I would be looking for that retest. Here would be my trade to get that next leg down. If it breaks to the top side like this, I'd be looking for that retest for the next leg up, which would be right here. 176.62 and 173.24 to the downside. MMAT popping up again out of that. Blair, you're like the only one on on Tradecaster now. MMAT looking at $2 dip, 5-minute flag. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I saw NWTN right there. It tried popping up and flushed. I am so. Um, where's MMAT at? I am so upset I didn't short SHC, man. I am so upset I didn't short this one. I could see the bounce at 825. That's the only bounce I could see, but this has absolutely lost every buyer's interest. I'm upset I missed this one. And I almost jumped in scaling when I mentioned that scaling part. I almost jumped in 500 short and 500 short. That'd be 1,000 shares, but that's almost a 940 average, and it's down to 840. Even 1,000 shares there was $1,000 profit right now. Ah, that sucks. I see you increasing volume. I see you. I see you may turn into another one of those EUDA or SHC where it just pops up into a halt real quick. MMAT is the one that did retrace back over that $2. I'm kind of with Blair on this one. You could get a $2 retest, sorry. Decent volume here. Was that ICU just flushed? I see it. Dang, you're late. No worries, man. What indicators do I use? VWAP, 9 EMA, and 20 EMA. That's it. Any sites that teach you patterns that you recommend? Not quite. But I mean, you go on YouTube or Google and type in trading patterns, and I'm sure you can find them. But then again, everybody watching, like I mentioned earlier, I do offer the 150 off discount this week for Black Friday, and then you guys stay tuned on my Discord or Instagram for a maybe possible additional sale going on for Black Friday. So you guys stay tuned. What's up, Bradley Rogers? So if anybody's interested in getting my course, which my course once again offers everything you need plus full mentorship, so you guys can stay tuned and see if I offer an additional discount. Also, Polar, did you fully cover out of SHC? Or did you leave some runners? I hope you left some runners. Hopefully. I'm honestly pretty Pretty upset I missed it. If I take the course, I'm gonna need one of your logo t-shirts. I need to put that out. I just have not had time. And then today I'm actually going to record another video for my course that somebody asked. Like I said, guys, my course, if you guys, there's anything you guys don't understand or need additional information on, all you gotta do is tell me and say, hey, I don't understand this, or you don't have a topic, you don't have a video about this topic, can you make one? And I'll make one. So somebody brought one topic up, and what the heck, man? Where did you enter short again? Old folks like you like swag. MAT looks good on the daily chart. I do like MAT. The only thing is I wanted the $2 bounce. I don't want to chase it up here. It might be forming a double top today at 210. So I don't really want to chase it up there, but I was liking that $2 bounce. J Hart, hey, that's the right thing to do, man. Sometimes dropping share size helps, sometimes it doesn't, but when you take some big losses and you have to just decrease the damage you've done to your account or anything like that, then that's one way to do it. Get your confidence back up and then come back and do it, and come back and trade normal. But so far, I'm right there with you, J Hart. Not necessarily. You jumped back in at 942. Wait. Hmm. I thought you covered here the first time. Or maybe you covered there and then reshorted there. Blair, that's the only thing I'm looking at, but see, I I don't know. We know that this is a short game now. We know that they might cover to 824 because that's pre-market, but when these things fade like that, they fade, you know. They might have a small bounce, so it could make a little. MAT actually going another attempt. You got a lot of flat tops at 212 on MAT. The next thing I'd be looking for SHC is maybe it gets a nice pop to VWAP and then maybe it could reshort it back down again. But maybe that pop happens from 824 back up to VWAP, kind of like that, you know. And then NWTN again, also a short territory now. Even ELP, ELP isn't easy to borrow, and I'm not in on this one either. You lost 11 cents, then won 2 cents. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think Osa Polar is right on that one, Blair. I think with all volume being dead on SHC, I don't think the buyers are going to come back in on that one to push it back up. Honestly, so right now, I would any pop on the only ones that I can short, which would be SHC, maybe ELP. I would look to reshort. NWTN couldn't short it. Another big runner this morning. As soon as they pop up like that, double haul, two hots, I'm sure people would attack these shorts up here, 830s, 850s, you know, and then rode them back down. But you know, the best looking trade today is the Tesla pattern that it's doing again. Between between 173.20s the low and 176 the high. So kind of this right here. Actually breaking the lows now. So let's see if it pulls on down pretty low, 172, and then retrace back up to that 173. SPY is cracking. SPY is going right down to my uptrend line on the 5 minutes. So if you guys look at the 5 minute, there's a trend line there that SPY is about to touch perfectly. It's at it right now exactly. So if it cracks there, you could be looking short SPY probably on the next pop back up. MAT kind of rejected off 212. Maybe closer to 2 is the dip on MAT. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, it looks good on the daily, but today it struggled so hard to get this move here, and then it's kind of pulling it down pretty aggressively. I think Tesla's my top watch again. I don't know that MMAT can go all the way up to 2.3. If it reclaims 2.12, that's a nice entry. Wow, SPY is actually cracking and Tesla is not. There's my trend line on SPY though, right here, the one that I'm telling you guys. If this candle closes pretty low, you could be looking for that retest of that trend line back up to whatever those are, 390, 39, 394, close to that area. Kevin calling out NXL. NXL, blue sky setup. I like that one too. Kind of flagging right now at VWAP too. This is my current trend on Tesla. If we keep holding this 173, just because we popped a new low there, I'm not saying it's going to full on fade down. But if we keep holding this 173 and I get on the top end of this trend line here, I'm going to look for long again back up to VWAP. If this thing ends up pulling back down out of 173 pretty low, 172-ish, and then gets that retrace back up to 173, I will look for a retest short entry there. MAT actually recovered that move. I had just looked at it and it had flushed, and then it just absolutely retraced it all the way back up. Over 212 on MAT looks good. Oh, KSPN. Somebody said KSPN. Eh, it's okay. I don't know if it's got news or not. SHC is absolutely just fading all day also. That is ridiculous. So is NWTN. Like if you're short on those things, man, you just ride them all the way down. It's incredible. SPY actually came right back up and closed above that trend line that I have, that I've been showing you guys right here. So because that candle pulled all the way back up and closed on it, there would have been no short entry. Look exactly where it closed. Doesn't mean it's still not a short game, but there was no short entry there. Same thing with Tesla. Just because it popped a new low doesn't mean it's a short. I'm looking for the pull away under 173 and then the retest of 173 for the short side. Juan's a good guy, so I'm just hanging out to see what I can learn until I can pay for the course. Yeah, you can learn a lot by just being here. I tried to sell a table over the weekend, but no one bought it. So I'm shorting. You want to actually move that stock right. Try and get that pop down. If you short, drops down, yeah. Oh, what's up, Bryce? Sharky loves you. Blair's gonna head out for the day already. MMAT is the one that's popping up still. Getting past that 212. After 212, MMAT could be interesting. Holding 212, MMAT could be interesting. Why do I say 212? Look at pre-market on MMAT and look at all those wicks right there at 212. Kept it down, kept it down, kept it down. So now it's reclaiming 212. SHC getting to 825, trying to catch a little bit of a bounce. I also didn't mean to time it like this perfect, but it's actually bouncing right where I had put my line here. I didn't mean to do that though. MMAT and Tesla so far are my main stocks on watch. MMAT, if we pull away pretty nice, hold 212, looking Blair. Look at SPY with extended hours off. It started cracking when it broke uptrend on it. Like ignoring that last after hours spike down. I see it a little bit. Just waiting, just waiting. I don't know if KSPN had news. You can look at it on Thinkorswim and see if they had news, but I'm not sure. EUDA also was another gapper this morning that I really thought I was like, there's no way this one ends up moving up anymore. You know, this could have been another short. I don't know if anybody that actually shorts here, like Oso Palata, I don't know if you would have taken this one. You know, I mentioned that it had so much room to go back up to highs, but I cannot zoom in, man. I cannot zoom in. Come on, Thinkorswim. I hate when you do this stuff. So, MMAT. Oh, actually, Tesla broke that low. Let me look at Tesla. Tesla keeps popping new lows, but it doesn't actually. Trading platform is Thinkorswim. It doesn't actually drop to it. There's a perfect example, Yogi. You can tell me what it means when you buy an option contract out of the money. You're buying a strike price that's, well, it depends on what you're doing. Um, it's like the price of the stock that's higher. So, like for example, if Amazon is sitting at $100 right now, and if you're buying a call, you'd be buying a call out of the money that would be a price more than $100 of Amazon. Where's that other day that I showed you that I was like, this is a range box, kind of like what it's doing today. Oh, this day. See, so this is kind of what I was looking for today on that range box that I'm watching. So here's what it's doing, right? I wanted that thing to pull away pretty far out like this and then come back up and retest it. That's what I'm kind of looking for Tesla to do today. But I needed to really pull away out of that box and then come back, and that's your clean entry. So look how clean this looks right here. You know, it kind of goes sideways all day. I'm still seeing that, kind of goes sideways all day. You get that nice push out of it, even from here, you know. But you get that retest there. If you get that retest here on Tesla, that would have been 182. I went all the way down to 180. That's $2 a share. That's a lot. And that's very similar to what I was looking at today. It looks like it wants to start that again. Right there. Right? I don't think NWTN is good to buy at all for the rest of the day. You could get a nice little bit of a bounce, but I don't think so. I think that's in the same boat as SHC for the rest of the day. where there's absolutely no buyers anymore. Like nobody's looking at these stocks at all. Nobody wants to buy them anymore. So this thing just really might fade all the way back down. MAT is the only one that I'm kind of more interested on. MAT's still trying, but it's not pulling away. It's just grinding slowly. The daily looks good, so the 5 minute looks a little extended. That's the only thing I was waiting for. I'm waiting for this one to pull on down a little bit and give us a good 5 minute pullback on this one. So right now, without the float is killing MAT. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's grinding up. Um, I'd be looking for this one to really push away out of this 212 and maybe just have a 5 minute pull down to 212. Because look at the 5 minute chart, it's just straight up. It doesn't change anything when you're buying out of money. Well, it depends. If you buy in the money, it gets complicated. But if you buy stuff in the money with contracts, it's most likely not going to move as much. So you're going to lose less. You're going to make less. As if you buy stuff out of the money, they depreciate a lot faster. So you might lose more faster or make more faster. Thoughts on Apple? Apple pretty good rejections off of 190, no 152, sorry. 152 twice and pulling on down today. I think if you lose that little bit of a floor there on Apple of 147, I think if you lose 147 on Apple, it could move down pretty fast. AMAT, come on, let us. Oh yeah, also the ones that are in the money are more expensive. AMAT is just straight up climbing. Tesla's moving pretty slow today. SPY losing 393. I mentioned 393. SPY could move on down pretty quickly to 392 or 390. That low of 393.50s. SPY can move pretty quickly past that all the way down to 392 or 390, I think. I don't know what to look at, guys. Like, oh, actually test a little bit of a pop down there. Maybe reclaims that 173 again. Maybe it breaks out of this trend line here. Rome, you think Tesla's going to keep on moving down? MAT finally showing some sign of red candle on the 5 minute. So maybe down to 212, maybe down to that pivot of 209 would be good on MAT. 212, maybe this pivot of 209 actually doesn't look bad either. Oh, the World Cup? Who do they play today? So MAT Looking at 212 a little bit, maybe 209 pivot down here off the 5 minutes. See if we can get a 5 minute EMA, ADMA touch down here. And then see if this one wants to open up. Just keep on grinding up to 230. I know it's extended on the 5, so I don't want to take a quick trade here. I want to get a 5 minute candle down, maybe 2 5 minute candles down, and then take the trade on this one to see if it wants to keep. Hassan, big win on MAT. Good job, man. If you caught MAT early on, good job, because I did not. This super slow grindy up movement, you know, I'm a strictly momentum trader, and I traded breakouts and fast moving stuff, so I'm learning these super slow moving stuff, grinders, large caps even that don't really rip up like that. I haven't seen any good momentum in a long time where like, hey, break a half dollar, break a whole dollar, I'm in, boom, 10, 15, 20, 30 cent squeeze. I haven't seen that in a long time, and that's probably why I'm struggling, you know? But I don't know. Oh, I'm at big ol' flush there. That is a 212 pivot, but that pulled on pretty aggressively. The only one I would be looking at is that 209 on the 5 minute. Hopefully I'm not getting in on the backside because this is a pretty big uptrend here. See, it looks to me like it broke this whole uptrend here. But 5 minute ADMA tap down here and 209 pivot is the only thing I'm looking at for MMAT. And this stock seems to have a lot of buyers. It just won't flush right away, so this one's hard to borrow. Still keeping an eye on MMAT. I like this kind of 209. I like this area here where it's at. I got an order on the bid out here, really small size. I want to see if I can scale in through this area here and maybe find that bottom at 209. Is a new 5 minute candle here. I could see this one pull on down a little more. So go ahead and pull on down to 209. Get the ADMA tap down here. 209 looks a good pivot on the 5 minute. You got this pivot there, and you got to exactly touch there on it as well. Look at it. This thing just right back up. The stock's at. So if MAT completely wants to bounce there, it just kind of reclaimed that trend line. So I'm going to take a stab at it here. Still also reclaim 212. And that 212 is a pretty good level off of pre-market. So taking a stab here, 215 fill. Tesla finally cracking pretty hard now. Tesla finally hit a new 52-week low. Look at all the ask orders on MMAT right here at 216. Not fun to see when I actually jump in long on it, but let's see if we start taking some of those orders out. It was 460 there, now it's 417, 406, 390, 380s, 350s. It's taking some out, but not a lot. SPY looks like a bear flag. To me, it does too. And it's flagging right above that 393 level. I said 393 looks to me pretty strong. If you get under 393, you could catch a very nice short on SPY. And that's exactly where it's flagging right over it. I jumped in on MMAB, but it's looking iffy here. Tesla's the one that now finally had that pop down. Tesla's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red days in a row. Tesla's had 6 red days in a row. What is that, El Cebular? 10,000 equals 80K? What do you mean? Oh, borrow fee. Oh, that's $80. Okay. Oh, what was your fee on Hassan using level 2? What was your fee on SHC? Was that one easy to borrow on Trade Zero? It matters about to dump. I think so. I don't know. Hey Wizard, what's up, man? I've been ill for a week, missing trading, bro. You good, man? You're not missing much, though. You're absolutely not missing much. I missed a whole short on Tesla this whole time, though. It really, I mean, kind of retested that 173.20 level that I was watching. Didn't get a clean retest, but this thing is dumping now. $7 per thousand. And that was Trade Zero. That's weird that Trade Zero charged for that one since it was easy to borrow on Thinkorswim. But that's not bad though. That's really nothing. Emmet kind of struggling here now. Doesn't know what to do. Blair's gonna head out for the rest of the day. Good job. SSTA moving. Oh, STSA. Wow, Tesla, man. What the heck? I'm upset again, dude. I don't know how I can be missing all of these plays. How is it that I've been calling them out? I said 173.23 short side on Tesla and just absolutely miss it. I just missed it. And I've been saying this range box here, this is what I had all day long. I said out of this, retest it, short it, short it, short it. You're looking at 52-week lows, this thing could drop. And I missed it. MMAT, again, kind of using this 212. I don't know that MMAT can flush, but I think we might find a bottom here, 212, 209, if it pulls back to those levels. Wow, MMAT just ripped. Huh. Interesting. I was about to take a 12 at that 212 bounce, and MMAT absolutely ripped. So looking for 220 new high, and see if MMAT wants to squeeze some of these shorts here. Really nice pop here on MAT, actually. I'm surprised it did that. I never jumped in short on MAT. But now I'm looking for a new high of day of 220 on MAT. There's a bunch of wicks here at 216. I got a couple orders there at 216, and it's not going to fail me, is it? No fail there. I had it at 216. Also, Palad, somebody's asking you a question. I think Tesla at 176 is going to be a big buy. Tesla, oh, it's pretty close to it. Like, it's just absolutely dropping today. And unfortunately, I didn't get any buys on any shorting on this one. I shorted it. No. Yeah, I shorted it up here, and I missed a couple of trades. I shorted it here again. I think I literally shorted 174.64. So if I had to stop break even, I think I probably would have caught all this. But missed most of that. MAT, MAT kind of not whippy, but off of that 212. Also, I was calling out 212 on this one, and I missed those trades. But off of 212, MAT popped up to 220. Not a lot, but 8 cents there. Cheap stock, you can buy a lot. 8 cents is good enough to make some profit there. Tesla dropping, investing business. I see it, man. I see it. I think it might be looking for a bounce here, though. There's literally nothing to go based off of on Tesla now, though. Like, even if I look at the left on Tesla, I'd have to look a year back to see where the next supports are. Watch out for NWTN. I'm gonna see this break on Tesla here. If this looks like a weak break, wants to bottom out, I might start buying for the pushback up to 172 again. Can't wait. Tesla trying to find a low here at 170. I took one stab. If it starts flushing, I'll get out of it. But just to see if this thing wants to make a nice little pop back up. Retrace a little bit of this move. Small, Ospalage shorted average 215 on NMAT. You still in short on that one? I think you are. NWTN, somebody mentioned it. It did find support at that 650, but I wouldn't have bought there anyways. I would have let that one go. Tesla, look here again, pulls down, but doesn't go lower. If it flushes, it's gonna do another one of those things where it flushes for a while, but if it doesn't, it'll have a nice little pop here out of this zone, finding a low there at 170.50. Still watching Tesla here. Volume also dying on these red candles, so here's a new low. Mm, I'm long on Tesla down here, but so also Polar short at 215. How's everybody doing today? Some of you guys I know small green day. You decided guys to call it a day. But everybody that's still here watching, how are we doing? Some of us are absolutely killing it. I know also is killing it today again. But someone like me, I think I'm gonna go back to a red day following this Tesla trade here. $100 max loss here. I want to put my stop under that 170 exactly. Under that 170 whole number exactly. You're shorting MAT as well, 215 entry as well. So both of you guys are in short on MAT at 215 exactly. In long Tesla, red trade here, small share size, but stop is under that whole number 170. So we'll see what happens there. NWTN spiking. NWTN actually retracing back a lot more than I thought it would, but it's going right up to VWAP. Honestly, it might just be another entry for shorts to come in on that one again, but we'll keep an eye on it. Apple at the level you called, waiting to see if it breaks lower. Apple's already at 147 today. It's at 148, yeah. Dylan has red $10. That's okay. It's not a big loss. Small green for me with low share size. Chicago is small green. Tesla trying to catch a bounce down here. To me, it looked pretty extended on the 5. Looked like volume was dying through this breakout here, so I'm trying to see if Tesla wants to pop back up off these lows down here. Was down 100 on it, now I'm down 20, 30, 40 on it. On the trade, on this trade itself. Resistance on MAD, you see 230. 230 is the pre-market high this morning as well, so that's why I was saying over 212 on MAT. You have room up to 230 on that one, so that's why I was looking at that one. My Tesla trade is back in the green now, buying the low of Tesla here. You know, I am in the green, tempted to close it. It didn't really bounce where I wanted it to, so I'm in too high, but I think Tesla still needs to catch a bigger bounce. I could see this thing retrace back up to 171. Back up to 171 on Tesla. TNW, no, NWTN hit VWAP, instantly pulled back down again. I said Tesla could pull up to 171 at least, so let's see if we get that bounce to 171.15. I think the most I was up was 30 bucks here. I think I saw 40 bucks at some point on the trade. Not a lot. There's a nice little pop again. So if I hit that 171, I will get out of this Tesla trade here. I'll sell half there. Actually, I'll sell half and leave half at break even. So no longer a losing trade on Tesla. SPY cannot. SPY's trying to hold at 393. MAT is the only penny stock to me that looks. I went red last week, lost 2,500, fell below PTT rules, so I can't trade. But I'm swinging my employer. They hit a low point last week and should be able to recover to where I can trade. I've made up half. Good job, man. Good job. Hopefully you can get some of that back. Hopefully we get some momentum for you to be able to get that back. MAT 220 clear wall. You guys can see it. MAT between 209 and 220, kind of the next little zone where MAT is kind of stuck. 220 high and 211 low on MAT. That Tesla trade that I took down there buying the dip came right up to 171, which was my profit target. I took half of it out, leaving half runners here. Stop pretty tight because either we break out of here and then pivot off of 171 up here, or we end up falling and don't get the next leg up. CDIO, Kevin calling it out. Kevin, how have you been, man? CDIO. Low volume on it so far, but it is Thanksgiving week, so it might be slower. I think Thursday's for sure closed, and then I think Friday's a half day, but it's probably going to be really slow on Friday, a half day, and I'm sure a lot of people either go home for break Thursday, Friday, they don't trade, or they're with family on Friday, either way. So I'm going to close this fully Tesla trade here. And so I think Friday is going to be another pretty slow day. Everything moving too quick today. I think all the gappers this morning moved too quick right off the open, and that was unfortunate. I mean, it's good to see. It's good to see shorts got absolutely wrecked on SHC early on. You know, this thing went from 750 to 950, $2 move there. Same thing on NWTN. Shorts got wrecked from 650. The people that are shorting high of day right away, you know, they got wrecked there. EDU, people that were short on that one, EUDA right away. You know, they got wrecked a little bit, halted up, but they actually did end up flushing that one back down. Even people that were shorting MAT early on, maybe those people also got a little bit of a red trade for shorts there. You know, the people that shorted this first pop here were like, okay, now this is going to fade all day down, and then MAT just came right back up and kept rallying higher, so maybe those people got stopped out there. Now I could see people re-entering right where also in Vegeta jumped in up here and at 215s. You know, if they were in here, they covered, stopped out here, re-entered here, looking for the next leg down. Red Day 239, that sucks, man. And that's the thing with these NWTN and SHC. They're good stocks, but the float on both of these was pretty low, and they could move pretty fast, and they could just drop pretty quick. Somebody's saying Tesla to 165. It's possible. Fry Rig Life up 100. I have not imported my trade, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I literally think I have a tiny green day. Literally the tiniest green day I've ever had in my career, probably. So, pretty upsetting. Pretty upsetting. Yeah, I'm sitting $50 green. I am full on struggling, guys. But you know, this is all temporary. I know everybody's like, "Oh, I just maybe started watching me," and you're like, "Oh, this guy makes 50 bucks a day." Not quite, right? Here's my last 60 days. My last 30 days have been pretty bad, but my last 60 days, you know, straight up grind, straight up profits. This was that unfortunate loss that I had. A direct offering, I got caught in a halt down. No, actually, not halt down, but a nasty flush down. But So I got caught on that, and then I remade it all again, got myself into a nice groove, and this has been November. Like right here is when November started. And looking at large caps, looking to short stocks, looking to just play anything moving. Nothing's moving. Trading bad. I'm probably up, down. Looks like 2K off my highs, which is not bad. Only down 2K off my highs. Well, that's 1 or 2 days, green days. 1 or 2 good green days, and that's it. But for the last 2 weeks, I have not had a good green day. I had $1,000, I think, 2 weeks ago, and that's it. Last week and the week before has just been absolutely bad on my end. So, Kevin, that CDIO play you just called out, kind of nice little opening there. I don't know if you were in or not, but 13K in the last 60 days, and that's with trading Garbaggio in the last 2 weeks. Like, if I filter the last 2 weeks, what is today, the 21st? Oh, no, frick. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's that is pretty bad. I need to do something to fix this. And uh, NWTN, I mentioned maybe this is still a shorts game stock. That little bit of a spike to VWAP. I said I'd be careful that shorts might just be entering again. When you see this thing fade like that, no buyers are in the stock. You can catch some bounces like this, but look how long it took for this thing to bounce. And you get a tiny bounce, right? But this is still a short territory stock. This is a short stock, so I would not be expecting that. It's the same thing with SHC. Like it'll be a miracle for you to catch the bounce on this. And when it does bounce, shorts are just gonna come right back into it and short it when it pops higher. So I would just stay away from those. Tesla popped a little bit more, and then reversing right back down to lows. So SPY been today. It's retesting one of my trend lines, the same one I had earlier. So I think SPY's got more downturn, but what's up, man? Yo, Duke. Good morning, man. You're new to this. What's your strategy here? I was solely a breakout trader. Eric, what's up, man? You've been sick. A lot of people have been sick. My dad was sick this whole weekend with fever and stuff. He started feeling better finally, but he was pretty sick. What is the study with the where is that? With the green lines on your chart? The green lines are my trend lines. All of these green lines are mine. I add these manually, like that. Also, Bellara's got COVID. How can you feel like crap when you're up the amount that you're up today? SPY, this is the trend line I've been showing on SPY. I know Rome had a different one based off of taking out extended hours, but this is what I see on SPY. Bounce, 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 kind of a pennant support. I mean resistance, resistance, and today it literally looks like we just broke out of it right now. Kid is on Tesla puts. Good job, Eric. Good job. Eric's absolutely been killing it. He was here from TikTok and now he's been showing me his profits. And good job, man. Good job. SPY. The daily on SPY to me is screaming more bearish than bullish. We can't get over that 395 today. We rejected it. See, even SPY today looked clean here. I think somebody called out these bear flags, but oh, I want to see that trend line. Yeah. Oh, and that's not including after hours pre-market hours, right? So this is wrong screen. This is what Rome C posted. That's exactly where it dumped. Yeah. So I never looked at charts without extended hours ever. Emmet finally flushing down, so I bet Osipolata with COVID over here is happy again. Yeah, I see it. Either way, though, our trend lines are. Actually, yours is. Oh, I see where yours is now. I still think SPY, based off your trend line, based off my trend line, I think we broke uptrend support. So here, I think we broke uptrend support, and right now to me it looks like a clean retest to the downside here. So I think SPY could end up pulling back down for the rest of the day. That's what I think. And I actually did buy a small put, I think 1 week or 2 weeks out on SPY just because of that. See if I get a nice little pull back down on SPY. Always look at small caps with extended hours on. Yeah, that one definitely. That one I agree with you. So other than that, guys, I think a lot of you guys already headed out for the day. I'm at a green day right now, but small green day. I don't see a lot of opportunities either. The only opportunity that I could see, actually, MAD just faded, so I don't see any small cap opportunity. Maybe CDIO. I think Kevin called this one out. Maybe this one could get a nice move on. Recent IPO as well, a month out. Maybe it could get some attraction. Maybe not even today, but maybe it's one that ends up gaining attraction in the power hour tomorrow pre-market or something like that. It's got a high. Sorry, it's got a high of 525. So it could eventually get some attention, volume. Like I said, still on SPY, I'm a little bit bearish. Tesla, I think it made the move that I was looking for today, which was that new 52-week low on Tesla, and then retest that 173 to the downside. I missed that trade again. I should have taken that one right there short. Could have expected Tesla to pull on down, which it already did. So right now, I think Tesla could catch a little bit of a better bounce, maybe up to VWAP, maybe up to retest that 172. But we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I see it, Rumsey. That's good, though. That's good. I never did that, so. Also, pull out covered on MMAT. You covered so big, you made that stock pop up. Vegeta, are you still in short on MMAT, or did you also cover as well? Are you guys like mind reading over here, trading the exact same thing? I did apply for my shorting account. You covered already. Good job. So hopefully pretty soon here, I'm gonna see if it gets approved. I don't think it's gonna be ready this week, and maybe with holidays it may not even be ready early next week because I have to get approved for it, which I have to probably check it. I'm surprised I haven't gotten an email. And then after that I have to deposit the money in there, so it'll take another couple of days for that to get there. But So it might be still a week, maybe a week out, either 2 weeks out maybe, but hopefully I can get that account up pretty soon. I think I'm gonna head out for the rest of the day, guys. I probably will make a recap just because I haven't made one in a while, but scratch day today up 50 bucks. Um, that SCDIO play that I mentioned, Kevin mentioned, already faded. SPY, if that trend line is pulling on down a little bit, I bought my put right here. Lucky timing. I was looking a little bit farther out, see if it goes back down to 390s. So that was my target on SPY. Bought it 2 weeks out real quick just to see if I can get a nice little fade down on SPY, but not quite yet. But I'm gonna head out, guys. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks, Jane, for coming back. Everybody on TikTok, if you guys have any questions, hop in on the Discord. If you guys want the course, I am offering this whole week the 150 off discount. So at checkout page, type 150 off, no spaces. Doesn't matter if it's capitals or not, just 150 off. You get $150 off my course. And offering that this whole week for Black Friday, Thanksgiving. Thank you, everybody that stayed to the end. Congratulations if you have a green day today. If you are red, Jay Padilla smashed the like. Well, I'm heading out anyways, but thank you guys for those of you that did smash the like and smashing the like now on your way out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But anyways, another tough day. You know, I think I had 3 or 4 red days in a row, so this tiny green day at least resets me and gives me a green day, but I am really struggling bad, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. You guys take care, and I will see you guys then. Also, if you guys are in my course, sorry, if you guys, thank you, Chicago Padilla, thank you, Rome, as well, Elvanar, you guys have a good one. If you guys are in my course, I will try to get that video done today, and I will upload it, so you guys stay tuned on that private Discord, and I'll send you guys the name of the video so you guys can go and watch it. Thank you guys, y'all have a good one, see you guys tomorrow, peace out.